In this cave, the wolf cubs gave birth to a litter of pups whose eyes were not yet open, and they would spend the next few weeks in the cave. Only after 3 weeks would the little wolves venture outside for the first time, but they could only play nearby the den. However, among them, there were always the bravest ones eager to explore the surroundings. One of the pups, using its not yet fully developed sense of smell, unexpectedly made a discovery. By the time they were 2 months old, they were no longer entirely dependent on the den and began to venture farther. At this age, they looked just like domestic puppies, but by the age of 4 months, the cubs were no longer as cute as before. Their diet now consisted entirely of meat. After completely leaving the den, they followed the pack members, roaming everywhere. During their growth, some of them did not survive, but those who did, made it through the most vulnerable period. The happiest stage of their lives had begun. They no longer had to search for food, and their strength now allowed them to defend themselves and behave as they pleased. Gradually, winter came, and the ground was covered with a thick layer of snow. This was the toughest time for herbivores, as the lack of food weakened them, but for the wolves, it was the opposite. The weakened prey made hunting much easier. This she-wolf was fighting a moose, but it was difficult for her to overpower it alone. The moose, whether out of ignorance or confidence, didn't run away and soon paid with its life. Over time, other members of the pack approached, and the hunt was entrusted to the young wolves to hone their skills. It was clear that the inexperienced hunters didn't know where to start. Although their size was almost indistinguishable from that of adult gray wolves, they still had a lot to learn. In the end, the adult wolves intervened and finished the hunt, and the young wolves would soon become the backbone of the pack.